What's up guys, and we're back with some more Dark Souls. So in the previous episode we defeated Ornstein and Smough, and now it's time to get the Lordvessel.
Thou hast journeyed far, and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child. O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his wounded obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lordvessel to thee. And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices. O chosen undead, thou hast, since the day Father his wounded obscureth, I have awaited thee, once living, now undead, and a fitting heir to Father Gwyn thou art. O chosen undead, and beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. A grave and arduous test of metal, yea, it shall be. Indeed, we had felt the warmth of fire, its radiance and the life it sustaineth. Without fire, all shall be a frigid and frightful dark. Now thou shalt go forth, chosen undead. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore.
So this is Guinevere. And like all NPCs, I could attack her if I wanted to, but you'd be a brave soul if you were going to do that, because she is an image, I believe, so if you attack her, her spirit sort of disappears and the whole of Anor Londo turns into darkness. And then I believe you're vulnerable to be attacked by quite a few different covenants. So as I say, you'd be a brave one to attack her. I may give it a go one day, but not in this playthrough at least. But I believe as well, actually, if you do attack her, the statue that's underneath the bonfire in the centre of Anor Londo, you don't actually need that Darkmoon Saint's ring. It just disappears. Now, I can't sneak up on this guy if I'm quiet enough. I've just remembered we're going to have that fucking archer aiming at us, aren't we? Use this pillar to block his attacks. So this might be a little bit, I won't say it'll be a bit of a slower episode, purely for the simple fact that there's a lot of NPCs that have been moving around since we've just defeated that last boss. So Solaire's in a new area, so is Siegmeyer, and we're going to go and try and meet our new pyromancer lady who's down in Blighttown. But because of the Lordvessel, we can now warp to any bonfire. Well, most, should I say. You can warp from any bonfire to only specific ones. Oh god, they're all after me now, aren't they? Sick of this guy attacking me. Right, we're going to grab this item, which is the Dragon Slayer bow. So if we come up here towards this window, which has got one of its panes cracked, and just drop down out here, and just slowly walk around, and then drop inside, just about. There we go, the Dragon Slayer Great Bow, and we get some arrows. There's the bit we want to go down, but just be careful because we've got one of these guys down here. Now I don't think we can actually equip this bow, which is a big shame because look at the amount of damage, that's treble the amount. But you need 20 strength and 20 dex for it. So I only need 1 more strength, but I need 8 more dexterity. So it might be something possibly we'd look at later on, but not yet. Let's see if we can do a plunging attack. That went totally to plan, didn't it? Right, and we're back at the giant blacksmith. So what we're going to do now is try and forge our first boss weapon. Now there's quite a few that we can go for, but there's only really one which we can currently equip. So if I just have a look at the souls that I've got, which should be right the way down here. Here we go. So here's all the boss souls that I've got. So the Moonlight Butterfly, Quelaag, Iron Golem, and there's Ornstein that we just got. Now Ornstein's actually goes into the Dragon Slayer Spear, and I would really like to use that, but I'm pretty certain that's 24 strength and 24 dex, so I'd need a lot of souls to get myself up that high, and I'd be putting myself to nearly level 65, close to at least. But what we're going to be going for is Quelaag's Fury Sword. And this weapon just looks absolute badass once you wield it. It's got this awesome fire effect. Now to do it, it's plus 10 curved sword. That's the one. Plus 10 curved sword and... let's see... what's the best of a curved sword we've got? I think these are curved swords. Yeah, so the Painted Guardian Sword is a curved sword. So is the Falchion. Might just do that one actually. But we'll have to put that all the way up to plus 10, which means we'll have to buy quite a bit. So if we modify weapon... nope, not well, it's reinforce weapon. And there we go. So that's the Falchion. It's got a bit more damage than the Painted Guardian Sword, so we may as well go with this one. Now this is going to be loads of Titanite shards and then large Titanite shards. Now so I'm about to run out. So run out now at plus 2 and I need plenty more. But this guy sells them all, thankfully. So I'm just going to keep buying as many as I need. And we shall return once I'm close to plus 10. Right, I've cut to when I've got my plus 10 curved sword. I actually forgot it's Andre of Astora, the guy in the Undead Parish who can enhance your weapon to plus 10 because we gave him the large ember, so only he can do it. So I had to walk to there, use about 20,000 souls to buy, I think it was 8 large Titanite shards because you need 9, I already have 1, and that gets you from plus 5 to plus 10. So I've got my plus 10 curved sword, wherever it is, there we go, plus 10. So if we come to this guy, in Anolondo again, say the giant blacksmith, and then we modify our equipment, you can see, there you go, so we can change the Falchion plus 10 to Quelaag's Fury Sword, so it's going to cost us 5k souls and the soul of Quelaag. And there we are. So if we swap that out now, there we go, Quelaag's Fury Sword. So it doesn't have a huge amount of physical, but it's got 170 fire damage and it just looks fucking awesome. Oh, do we not have the... I need 1 dex. Alright, I can get that quite shortly. But you can see here, there it is. What a fucking badass looking weapon that is. So if I two-hand this thing, come out to this fellow. Look at that fire attack and the animation you get with it. Very cool looking weapon when you do that. It's one of the main reasons I tend to go for it. But it's just something that I want to use up. I'm not that too inclined to go for any of the boss soul weapons, because apart from Ornstein's, but I would have to increase my dex by another 12 to do that, and my strength by 5. So it's a deliberation on whether or not I want to do that. We'll go back to our lightning spear for now. So we're going to run back to the bonfire in the chamber of the princess, where she gave us the Lordvessel, and we're going to show off how it works. Okay, here we are. So we'll just quickly put 1 point into dex, so we can equip the Quelaag's Fury Sword properly. There we go. Nice. And you can see at the bottom of our options, we've now got Warp. So if we choose that, there are a select amount of bonfires throughout all areas we've been through which we can actually warp to. You can warp from any bonfire, but to only these ones. So as you see, we've got Firelink Shrine, Sunlight Altar. I went to the Undead Parish, which is where Andre is. We can come back here. That's one, but obviously this isn't an option because we're already here. Daughter of Chaos, so that's down in our Covenant area, which is going to be very useful. So we shall go to the Firelink Shrine first. Oh ho, and look who's here.
Well, fancy meeting you here. You did much for me up above. I am grateful. You know, I was thinking, the gates, the old fortress, was that your doing? Yes, I knew it. It seemed like an unlikely coincidence. Well, am I fortunate. This Knight of Katarina thanks you sincerely. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude. There you are. I'll be heading down below shortly. There's nothing worthwhile up above. No worries. Venturing is my life. I'm prepared for the worst.
At least he knows it's an own joke. It's like, yeah, we also saved you from those Silver Knights in Analondo, mate.
There you are. I'll be... No worries.
Right, so he's saying he'll be heading down below. So the next area he goes to is down in the swamp in Blighttown. And we will run into him again this episode, hopefully, because I intend to push Siegmeyer's story forward a little bit more. But if you remember, just before we fought Ornstein and Smough in the last episode, we invaded Lautrec and regained the Firekeeper soul. And this was where the poor girl was betrayed and killed. But if you approach here and examine, and you choose yes to return the Firekeeper soul, ta-da! She's back. Only this time...
Thank you. I am Anastasia of Astora. Now I can continue my duty as a keeper. But I only hope that my impure tongue does not offend. Forgive me. I am impure. My tongue never intended for restoration. Please, if you have any heart, leave me be. I wish not to speak.
And your wish shall be heeded if that is the case. But yes, she's back, which means the flame is now burning once again in Firelink Shrine, and we can once again rest up here. Yeah. But you also notice that our knight friend who's been sat here mumbling and groaning the whole game is now gone. He's gone down to the New Londo ruins, which is an area we'll be visiting shortly. But what's the next bit is we're going to walk to... Yes, actually, it's going to be the Sunlight Altar. Because our best friend Solaire, after trekking all the way to Londo, this one is optional. I believe this is the only optional time you can choose to talk to Solaire. The rest are all you have to. But since this is right the way back in one of the beginning areas, he's here again. The yellow Hellkite dragons just flew off. The hell? I was wondering what that noise was. But yes, Solaire has come back to this Sunlight Altar, so if you warp to here, you can literally just walk up here and talk to him.
Oh, hello there. Forgive me. I was just pondering about my poor fortune. I did not find my own son, not in Anor Londo, nor in Twilight Blighttown. Where else might my son be? Lost Izalith? Or the tomb of the Grave Lord? But I cannot give up. I became undead to pursue this. But when I peer at the sun up above, it occurs to me, what if I am seen as a laughingstock, as a blind fool without reason? Well, I suppose they wouldn't be far off. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Oh, hello.
So there we go. Solaire's a little bit down in the dumps, so that he hasn't found his son at the moment. But as he said there, he's got two areas to go next. Lost Izalith, which is where trouble is brewing, and the Tomb of the Grave Lord, and he doesn't go there, I don't think. Now, that's the last time we may talk to Solaire, unless we save him. And that is exactly what I intend to do. Now, you can only save him, that I'm aware. Hi. Just kill these. Now, I fully intend to save Solaire, and I will show you exactly what we need to do for it. So, if we warp to the Daughter of Chaos... we're back in our Covenant area. So, you remember I mentioned quite a way back when we were down here for the first time that this is a shortcut. Now, we have to open this shortcut to save Solaire because he's now ventured into Lost Izalith. Now, there's a mob that's through this shortcut called the Sunlight Maggot, and it's a head item, and what it does is it jumps on Solaire and basically turns him insane. And if we kill a boss that's down in Lost Izalith without clearing this shortcut, Solaire will go through here and turn hollow, and we will be forced to fight our brother. So we're going to do all that we can to try and save him. But you have to be Chaos Servant rank 2 to open up this shortcut, and that requires offering 30, I think it is, humanity to our Covenant lady. So, example, if we can, we've got 2 humanity at the moment. Offer 1. So it doesn't keep track of it, but you'll know, so I'll offer 2 that I've got on me at the moment. Covenant allegiance is deepened. Let's say you can see your status just below my name. So currently I'm just Chaos Servant, but once you give them enough humanity, it'll go to Chaos Servant +1 and then +2. The max of any Covenant is +3, but there's no bonus, I can't remember what it is for the Chaos Servant for what +3 gives you. But what we are going to do now is we're going to head back down into the swamp. because there are going to be 2 important, and one of them very important. Actually, both of them are, because one of them's Siegmeyer. And we love Siegmeyer, don't we? Well, I said the one that I was meaning is important is going to be our pyromancy lady, and she spawns when you get your pyromancy flame to +10 and not before. And like I say, if we spoke to Laurentis, who's still up at Firelink Shrine, and we told him where we got our Great Chaos Fireball from, which was this lady from the Covenant there, he will try and make his way down here, die, and turn hollow. And then we'll be forced to kill him, which is why we've unfortunately had to hold our tongue and not tell our friend the information he wants, otherwise he would unfortunately be lost to us already. There's nothing else you gain or lose off Laurentis, so I mean, since he's awesome, let's say he's one of the best NPCs, we want to try and keep him alive, so... now then, back into this cursed place. What we want to do is swap out our Ring of Steel Protection for the Rusted Iron Ring, which means we can walk across the swamp in full flow. Now the lady we're after is right here. And this is Quelana of Izalith.
A mere undead, yet you can see me. Fascinating. I am Quelana of Izalith. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. You have a gift. Are you too one who seeks my pyromancy, like Solomon? Yes, of course. It should be expected. Very well. You shall be my pupil, but to pursue my pyromancy, you must give something up. Are you prepared to do this? Long ago, I accepted another pupil like yourself. Over 200 years ago, there was a man almost as bungling as you. In your world, he was called Salaman, the Master Pyromancer. The little rascal really made something of himself. Pyromancy is the art of invoking and manipulating fire. But remember one thing. Always fear the flame, lest you be devoured by it and lose yourself. I would hate to see that happen again. Pyromancy is the art of invoking and but remember one, always fear the flame. I would hate to...
So, Quelana allows us to now modify our pyromancy flame to all the way up to +15, then we'll get the ascended pyromancy flame, and she's the only one that can upgrade that. But you can see it's quite a hefty sum of souls that we need now to keep upgrading this flame. 14k, then that goes up to 16, I think. And then 18, 20, it gets close to 25. But you can see I've used up all of my souls from Ornstein and Smough already, just from getting materials to get this Quelaag Fury Sword and upgrading my pyromancy flame. So it's no slouch, put it that way. But she also sells you these unique new pyromancy flames, which you've got the Great Fireball, Firestorm, we've got another Fire Orb, Fire Whip, Combustion again, Great Combustion, which is 5,000 souls, we're going to get that. And just, yeah, so you'd sort of normal standard stuff again. You got Fire Whip as well, I've never actually used that, that might be worth trying one day.
Now go. Whatever you do, do not crack and go hollow, lest my time spent on you be wasted.
Right, so we're still poisoned, just about, so if we can leg it across here before we get poisoned again, that'd be cool. So there's one good thing about this Quelaag Fury Sword, is you can attack tons when you use it. See, I can get 8 swings of my sword in on that. Never give up until they hit you, did he? Go on, actually, I will rest at this bonfire. Because if I recall correctly, I'm not fussed about getting poisoned. Like I say, it does minimal damage against you at this stage. So I might actually just say fuck it to the Rusted Iron Ring and put on the Covetous Serpent Ring. Purely because I might stick around this joint for a little while. Because these slimes, now that I'm human and with a lot more item discovery, should drop some green shards. Now let's hang around until they do, because I got none when I was going through this fucking area before, and that is a piss take. But we've got, oh my god, how many of these fucking flies are here? It's got quite a nice slash in it as well, this weapon. It gets those flies very, very quickly and very easily. There he is, just in the distance. There's Siegmeyer, once again found himself in some more trouble. I'm not sure how long I'm going to make this episode, in all honesty. I intended to get a lot of the NPC chatter out of the way, because it's just good to see. A lot of people like to do the stories about the NPCs, me in particular. There's a lot of hidden lore in Dark Souls, and to keep someone, there we go, finally got a bloody drop. These got green, oh large, cool. They drop green ones as well. But it's just cool, like I say, to have that little extra bit of incentive to find your buddy that you've been helping and staying with along your way. Just be careful these slimes don't attack Siegmeyer, because they're not that far away from it. But the drop rate should be quite okay for, say, Titanite shards and such, and green Titanite shards. So if you're looking for an area to farm them, I would definitely recommend here. Before we talk to him, we may as well just continue and kill everything that's here while we're still poisoned. No real reason to talk to him whilst we're poisoned and then get back out and get poisoned again. There we go. There's 5 green Titanite shards off 1. Don't worry, Siegmeyer, I'll be with you in a second. He's asleep anyway. Rocking back and forth as he does. I really do love this weapon. I say it's not something... Oh shit, watch my back. Yeah. So it's not something which I might use it time to time. Depends on the area, really, because bad mistake. We're getting poisoned again anyway, so we may as well just accept it. Actually, I might not if I stick to the side. But yes, I love my lightning spear. Ow. Ow. The fuck? Way too much health for my liking there, thank you very much. These actually require 3 hits. Tough bitches. But I'm only going to do... Oh, they did get one. You see, they're quite difficult to spot sometimes. of a large Titanite shard. So we've got 3 so far, which is a very healthy amount for sort of 1 clearance of that. So people who farm these tend to just go from the bonfire at the bottom of Blighttown and then just keep rinse and repeating on the right ring. I just want to be very careful I don't accidentally unequip the wrong ring. I'm prone to the odd error like that. That'll be a grave error indeed, getting rid of that bloody ring. But let's talk to Siegmeyer, see what he's got problems with.
Oh ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back. By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss? Fantastic! Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Catarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this. Please, take this, a symbol of my appreciation. Well, our fates do seem entwined, don't they? Perhaps this, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn. The poison swamp. It's like quicksand in there. The poison, like...
So there we go, we've saved Siegmeyer once again from a bit of trouble that he was in. So this time he just needed 3 purple moss clumps. So you see I had 13 and now I've got 10. So if you give him 3, he is able to get himself out of his predicament, and he actually gives us his Pierce Shield as a reward. There it is. So it's only 95 physical. It's not all that great, I don't think, in all honesty. It's just, oh, it can be used as a thrust weapon, so okay, that's its unique ability, because it's got that sort of spear look to it. But that, because I'm here, actually inclined to do the Great Hollow, since we are stood right next to it. If I can get myself over here before I get poisoned. See, they're all dead. Don't need to go back into Blighttown. You see all the fucking creatures waiting for us. Yeah, let's do the Great Hollow. So we're here. Why not? So I could have done it earlier when I was doing Blighttown, but I decided to put it off for a little bit. But I just wanted to really dedicate an episode to following Siegmeyer and say that extra little bit that you can talk to Solaire, purely for the fact that a lot of people may miss it. Because I say, if you don't look it up online, or you don't know the exact route to take, it's very difficult to talk to and get all of the NPC chat options in Dark Souls. But say this Great Hollow leads down to, I think it's the Dragon Covenant, and there is another Hydra at the bottom. And there's a ring, which is very, very nice, which we sort of peeked over at. It's in that hollowed out tree bark just there, and we're going to hopefully get that first shot, but you can see it's a hell of a long way down this Great Hollow, and there's a crystal lizard out of sight just around there as well. It'll give us a couple of twinkling titanite. But after we do this area and clear out the Hydra and whatnot that dwells below, I think we're going to go into the painted world of Ariamus, which is back in Anor Londo. And then once we've done that, I'm not sure where we'll go next, actually. Because there's quite a few bits and bobs. There's Duke's Archives. There's the DLC, of course, as well, which is down in the Darkroot Basin. But you do need an item from the Duke's Archives to be able to get that open. So I suppose you have to go to the Duke's Archives first. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll take it as it goes. But we've got the Quelaag's awesome looking Fury Sword in this episode, and we've progressed the NPC quests. So all in all, a job well done. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you on the next one.